Have you ever found yourself like staring at your reflection just minutes before a first date, heart absolutely pounding, palms getting kind of damp,
Oh, yeah.
and you're just completely convinced that that perfectly rehearsed opening line you had, it's just vanished, poof, gone.
Evaporated, yep.
That sudden jolt, the, the adrenaline and that internal voice just whispering, what if I freeze? What if I'm boring? What if they just don't like me?
It's intense.
It's such a human feeling, right?
Yeah.
So universal, almost like a rite of passage. But what if? What if those very nerves, the ones making you want to cancel and just hide under the duvet forever,
Right.
what if they aren't actually a weakness, but maybe, just maybe, a hidden strength?
Interesting angle.
By the end of this deep dive, you won't just understand why first date nerves surge through you like that. You'll actually have a practical toolkit, things you can really use to transform that jittery energy.
Okay.
We're aiming to help you shift from that mindset of performance anxiety.
Yeah, the I have to impress feeling.
Exactly. Towards genuine confidence. And using those nerves, maybe, to forge a deeper, more authentic connection than you thought possible.
I like that. Turning it around.
You're listening to Stereo Butterflies. We talk about love, lust, and loneliness like no one's listening. Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we take your most pressing questions, the stuff that really gets under your skin, and we dive headfirst into the best sources we can find to pull out the most important nuggets of knowledge.
Getting right to the good stuff.
Precisely. Today, we're turning our focus to this really insightful guide called Taming First Date Nerves, a guide to confident connection. It's honestly packed with psychological insights and, crucially, steps you can take, like, right now.
Actionable stuff, good.
Our mission today: to really unpack every crucial detail from this guide, we want to offer you a shortcut, to being not just well-informed, but genuinely well-prepared for your next date.
Maybe bust some myths along the way.
Oh, absolutely. We're definitely going to debunk some stubborn myths that hold so many of us back. Just a quick note, too. This deep dive was crafted with the help of AI technology, just to ensure we're bringing you high-quality insights and really exploring the material thoroughly.
Got it.
Okay, so let's really get into this universal experience, first dates. It's this weird mix of hope and dread, isn't it?
It really is. A unique blend.
The guide nails it, saying it can feel exactly like walking into a spotlight.
That feeling of being scrutinized.
Yeah, like you're standing in the wings, you can feel the heat of the lights already, and you're just hyper aware that any second now you're going to be seen, assessed, maybe judged.
And that triggers the primal stuff. Fight or flight.
Totally. Or perform flawlessly. And that's when it starts, right? The physical stuff. Palms get clammy.
Heart starts racing.
Yeah, like it's auditioning for a speed metal band. And your mind, it just becomes this frantic director rehearsing every line, every possible outcome.
Always the bad ones first, somehow.
Always. Leaning towards catastrophe. But the thing is, you're so not alone in this. Like, really not alone.
It's incredibly common.
Yeah.
Even for seemingly confident people.
Exactly. Even the most outwardly confident folks feel those jitters. It's just a fundamental human response, almost instinctual, right?
Yeah.
Any high-stakes social thing where connection's on the line.
Acceptance, belonging. It taps into deep needs.
So that immediate visceral reaction, the racing thoughts, they're just part of the deal when you're meeting someone new and hoping, really hoping for a connection.
And understanding the why behind it is so helpful. It's not just random noise in your head.
Right. So what is the why? Where does all that intensity come from?
Well, digging deeper, most of that intense anxiety before a first date, it isn't just static. It's really rooted in two core human fears, things kind of hardwired into us.
Okay.
Fear of judgment, number one. And number two, the intense pressure to perform.
Ah, perform. That makes sense.
Think about it. Deep down, you really want this person to like you, right? To see the buck version of you. That desire, that fundamental human need for connection, for acceptance, it creates this intense internal pressure. Suddenly, every word, every little gesture, how you laugh, it feels like it could be the one thing that makes or breaks the whole evening.
Yeah, like it's not just coffee, it's an audition.
Exactly. An audition for a role that feels really important. And that triggers what the guide calls a performance mindset.
Okay, the performance mindset, what does that look like?
It's basically an overthinker's paradise. It manufactures these catastrophic thoughts that just loop and loop.
Oh, I know those loops.
Right, it's that little voice whispering or sometimes shouting, "What if I ran out of things to say?"
Yeah.
That dreaded, awkward silence.
Absolute worst fear for some people.
Or what if they just think I'm boring and they're sitting there wishing they were, I don't know, anywhere else?
Yeah. Those aren't just thoughts. They feel like truths in the moment, like little anxiety bombs going off.
Precisely. Designed to undermine your confidence before you even walk in the door.
And it's so easy then, isn't it, to mix up those totally normal jitters, the kind most people get, with something much bigger, like actual social anxiety.
That's a really crucial distinction to make. It's vital.
So where's the line? How do we tell the difference?
Okay, so normal jitters. Think of those physical things we mentioned. A bit of fidgeting maybe, a slight blush creeping up, heart rate's a bit faster.
Maybe a nervous laugh you didn't mean to let out.
Exactly. It's uncomfortable, maybe annoying, but crucially, it doesn't stop you from actually going. You feel it, you acknowledge it, you still show up.
Okay, so you push through it.
Right. Social anxiety, though, that's often a much bigger barrier. It can feel like this overwhelming dread. So intense, it leads to outright avoidance.
Like canceling dates last minute. Repeatedly.
Yes, or constantly putting them off, always waiting for that perfect, calm moment that, let's be honest, probably never arrives.
Mm.
And experts are really clear here. Exposure actually going on the date, despite the nerves, stepping into that discomfort is generally seen as much healthier.
Healthier than waiting for the nerves to disappear completely.
Way more productive, usually.
Mhm.
It's about building resilience,
Yeah.
building confidence through actually doing it. Even when it feels daunting, you're essentially training your brain that these situations are manageable.
Ah, okay, so you're showing your brain, see, we survived. It wasn't fatal.
Exactly. It helps to rewire those threat responses over time. You habituate.
And here's the really surprising part, almost counterintuitive. Those physical symptoms,
Mm-hmm.
the ones that feel like giant flashing signs saying, I'm nervous,
Yeah,
they might actually be working for you, like subtly creating a connection.
precisely. This is a key insight. Those sweaty palms, the racing heart, maybe flushed cheeks, even slightly shaky hands.
Things we usually try desperately to hide.
Right. We see them as signs of failure, weakness, but they're not. They're actually classic signs of heightened emotional investment.
Meaning, you care.
Meaning you care. You're invested in the outcome, in the possibility of a real connection. And here's the kicker from social psychology. Many people unconsciously interpret these raw, genuine symptoms not as flaws, but as endearing.
Endearing. Endearing.
Yeah, authentic. A subtle blush, a slight tremor.
Yeah.
It can be very humanizing. Relatable. It signals you're present. This moment means something to you. You're not just putting on a performance.
It shows vulnerability.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A hint of vulnerability, a willingness to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
And that can be incredibly attractive, disarming. It builds trust.
Yeah.
It shows you're real.
Okay, wow, that's a huge reframe. Instead of fighting it, maybe just letting it be there.
And recognizing it might even be helping.
So often, though, when those jitters hit, our minds just jump to these conclusions, right? These ingrained beliefs that maybe aren't even true.
Oh, absolutely. Automatic negative thoughts kick in.
Let's dive into some of those myths. The guide busts a few big ones. Starting with a classic. If I'm nervous, it means I'm not ready.
Ah, yes, the readiness myth.
This is just false.
Right.
Completely
Right.
false.
Totally false. Let me be really direct here. Feeling anxious does not mean you're not ready for a date or connection or whatever. That's just anxiety talking, trying to keep you safe, but ultimately holding you back.
So what does it mean then?
It means you care. That flutter in your stomach, it's a sign you value the potential connection enough to want it to go well.
Mm-hmm.
It's not inadequacy, it's investment.
Like an athlete before a game. They're nervous because it matters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or an artist before a show. The nerves mean they're focused, committed. They're precisely because they care so much. It's fuel, in a way.
Okay, that's powerful. Nerves investment. Got it.
And that leads us right into another really common and potentially damaging misconception.
Let me guess.
Alcohol.
Bingo. The belief that alcohol or caffeine will calm me down.
Ah, the old Dutch courage, or the pre-date espresso shot.
Right. It's super widespread. And look, maybe a drink feels like it loosens you up for a minute, or coffee gives you a jolt of energy.
But physiologically, it often backfires. Stimulants like caffeine, even lots of sugar, they rev up your nervous system, which is already on high alert.
So they make the jitters worse.
They can intensify them, yeah.
Right.
Racing heart gets faster, maybe you feel restless, finding it hard to just be present.
Okay, so caffeine's out. What about alcohol? A depressant should calm you down, right?
It might initially dull your inhibitions, that's true. But it can also mess with your thinking, make you less sharp, less articulate. Plus, there's the rebound anxiety later as it wears off.
Right, the anxiety.
Exactly. The guide strongly suggests much better alternatives, like a short, brisk walk beforehand, or just a few minutes of deep breathing.
Why are those better?
They provide real, sustainable calm. They work with your nervous system to regulate it naturally, without the side effects or the false confidence. You get clarity, not a shaky imitation.
Okay, walk or breathe, don't chug coffee or wine. Makes sense. Then there's the other classic trap. I know I've fallen into this one. I need a perfect conversation script.
Oh, the script trap. Yes.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Right. Meticulously planning jokes, profound questions, witty anecdotes, like it's an exam you have to ace.
Or a performance you have to nail.
The painful truth is, it almost always backfires, doesn't it? It makes you sound unnatural, stilted.
Robotic, even. Because you're listening to your internal script, not the actual person in front of you. You're trapped in your head.
So what's the alternative? Just wing it completely.
Not necessarily wing it, but approach it differently. Instead of a script, think of maybe just a few open-ended questions or topics you're genuinely curious about, things you actually want to know.
Like conversation starters, not lines to deliver.
Exactly. But then, and this is the real magic bullet, focus intensely on active listening.
Listening. Seems obvious, but maybe it's not.
It's powerful. Authentic, unforced curiosity about the other person is infinitely more attractive, more engaging than any flawless but fake script. It shows you're interested in them.
Not just in how well you're doing.
Precisely.
And this feeds right into maybe the most comforting myth to bust. Being nervous means I'll ruin the date.
Emphatically not true. We touched on this, but it's worth repeating. Many people find a bit of genuine nervousness really charming.
Quite charming.
It strips away pretense. It makes you human, relatable. Who hasn't felt that flutter?
True.
And think about it. If someone seems a little jittery,
Yeah.
but then they maybe own it. So say something like, wow, okay, full disclosure, I was a little nervous to meet you, but I'm really glad I'm here.
What happens then?
Often the tension just melts. Poof, you get a shared smile, a sense of shared humanity. It's an act of owning your truth, and that breaks down barriers faster than anything.
It shows authenticity.
Yes, a willingness to be seen as you are. That's a much stronger foundation for connection than trying to project this image of perfect, cool composure. People connect with realness, not perfection.
Okay, this is all building towards a pretty significant shift in how we even think about dates, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's a core mental transformation.
The guide puts it really powerfully. The key is to stop thinking of your date as a test. Just pause on that. A test.
Right. Pass, fail. Right, wrong answers. Immense pressure.
It's a huge burden to carry into what should be, ideally, just coffee or dinner. So instead, what?
Instead, you deliberately, consciously shift your perspective. See it simply as a chance to learn about someone new.
Like picking up a new book. You're curious, exploring.
Exactly. You're not testing the book to see if it's good enough. You're exploring its story, seeing where it takes you, moving from examiner to curious explorer.
And that shift, it removes the pressure to perform.
Instantly. And more importantly, it creates space, room for genuine curiosity to actually bloom.
And curiosity is where the real connection happens.
It's the bedrock. Absolutely.
It's also about the expectations we carry, isn't it? We'd often load up first dates with so much weight.
Oh, unconsciously, yes. It's almost automatic. We think this has to lead to fireworks, a second date, maybe even the one.
Which is a lot for a first meeting.
It's like a heavy anchor dragging down what should be light and exploratory. The guide wisely suggests setting far more realistic expectations. Think of it as just a conversation, not a contract. The goal isn't necessarily finding your soulmate on try number 1. It's simpler. Do we enjoy spending time together? Is there some basic rapport?
Setting the bar at, let's see if we enjoy this hour, instead of, is this my future spouse?
Exactly. It's incredibly liberating. Takes the edge off. It frees you up to just be present rather than desperately straining for some monumental outcome.
One of the most powerful tools against that performance anxiety, something the guide highlights, is self-compassion, which sounds nice, but how does it work practically?
It's simpler than you might think, but profound. Before you even leave the house, take a few quiet moments. Just breathe. And repeat some gentle affirmations to yourself.
Like what kind of affirmations?
Things like, I am enough as I am right now. Or, I deserve to have a fun, relaxed evening no matter what happens. Maybe I am brave for showing up authentically.
So reminding yourself of your worth before you seek external validation.
Precisely. It's not empty words.
Mhm.
It's deliberately being kind to yourself. Recalibrating your inner voice from critic to supporter. Like giving yourself a warm, honest pep talk.
That makes sense. Counteracting the inner critic before it gets too loud.
And if that inner critic is really loud, if negative self-talk is your biggest hurdle, there's a great technique for that too.
Okay, I'm listening.
It involves combining journaling with actively challenging those thoughts.
How does that work?
First, you write down the specific fears, the worries looping in your head. Get them out onto the page. Tangible.
Okay, dump the thoughts. Then what?
Then, systematically challenge each one with logic, with evidence, with compassion. So that fear, if I blush, they'll think I'm awkward.
Yeah.
You challenge it. Okay, blushing is natural. It shows I care. That's not bad. Actually, some people find it endearing. It shows I'm human.
So you're not denying the feeling, but you're reframing the meaning.
Exactly. You're dismantling the irrationality of the fear with rational, compassionate truth, building a stronger internal narrative that supports you instead of sabotaging you.
And finally, in this mindset section, there's visualization, which sounds a bit woo-woo. Does it actually work?
It's actually used by top performers everywhere, athletes, speakers. It's quite grounded in neuroscience, not woo-woo at all.
Okay, convince me. How does it work for dating nerves?
Before the date, you take just a few minutes, maybe 5 or 10, and vividly imagine the date going smoothly, enjoyably.
Not necessarily perfectly.
No, that's key, not perfect. But imagine yourself feeling at ease, smiling genuinely, asking curious questions, listening well. Engage your senses. What does the place feel like? Smell like? How does it feel in your body to be relaxed and confident?
So you're creating the feeling beforehand.
Yes. Mental rehearsal activates similar neural pathways to the actual experience. You're training your brain to expect a positive outcome, reducing the threat response. It makes accessing that calm, confident state easier when you're actually there.
But what if I visualize it perfectly and then it's not perfect? Doesn't that set me up for disappointment?
Great point. Avoid visualizing a perfect script. Instead, visualize yourself being confident and adaptable, even if there's an awkward moment or an unexpected question. Visualize your resilience.
Ah, okay. Visualize your response to imperfection, not the absence of it.
Exactly. That builds true inner confidence.
Okay, mindset shifted. Let's get super practical. Pre-date strategies to physically calm the system. What works right before you walk in?
Grounding techniques are fantastic for pulling you out of that anxious overthinking, sometimes in seconds.
Like what?
The 5-4-3-2-1 method is incredibly effective and simple. You can do it anywhere, nobody needs to know.
Okay, break it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You actively notice 5 things you can see around you. Really look. The pattern on the wall, the color of something, a bird outside.
Okay, 5 sites.
Then 4 things you can touch. Feel the fabric of your clothes, the table, your phone case, the cool glass.
4 textures.
3 things you can hear. Tune in. Traffic outside, the aircon hum, maybe your own breath.
3 sounds. Got it.
2 things you can smell. Coffee, perfume, the air itself.
2 smells.
And finally, 1 thing you can taste. Lingering toothpaste. A sip of water. Gum.
1 taste. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it just pulls you into the present.
Exactly. It's like a mental circuit breaker. It yanks your racing thoughts out of the future worries or past regrets and plants you firmly in the here and now through your senses, shifts you from rumination to awareness.
And breathing. We mentioned deep breathing. Is there a specific way that's best?
Yes, our breath gets shallow and quick when we're anxious, right? It feeds the panic loop.
Totally. Feel like you can't get enough air.
So counteracting that with deliberate deep breathing is immediately effective. The 4-7-8 technique is excellent, science-backed.
4, 7, 8. How does that go?
You inhale quietly through your nose for 4 seconds. Really let your belly expand.
Okay, in for 4.
Then gently hold your breath for 7 seconds. Just feel the stillness.
Hold for 7.
When exhale slowly and completely through your mouth, making a soft whooshing sound for 8 seconds. Empty the lungs.
Out for 8. Wow, that's a long exhale.
It is. And just a few rounds can physically reset your nervous system. It stimulates the vagus nerve, activates your body's natural calm down system, slows the heart rate, reduces adrenaline.
And you could do that anywhere, like in the car before, or even in the restroom.
Absolutely. Or even subtly at the table before they arrive. It's a super portable, powerful tool.
What about that restless energy, that feeling like you need to pace?
Movement. Integrating some movement beforehand is fantastic for burning off that excess adrenaline.
Like hitting the gym right before?
Doesn't have to be intense. A brisk walk around the block, some jumping jacks, even a quick workout earlier in the day. It's an emotional release valve.
Ah, so you channel that nervous energy constructively.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exercise releases endorphins, natural mood boosters, makes you more resilient to stress.
Yeah.
Many people report feeling way less jittery and more grounded if they move their body before a date.
Expel the jitters before they take over. I like it.
It prevents that internal chaos, that wired feeling.
And beyond physical stuff.
Yeah,
Using our environment or tech.
definitely. Music is huge. Listening to a calming playlist on the way there can instantly shift your mood, like an emotional reset.
Choosing your soundtrack wisely.
And those meditation apps like Calm or Headspace, they have short guided meditations specifically for anxiety, social nerves, even predate jitters.
Do they really work, though? Even just 5 minutes?
They really can. 5 minutes of focused mindfulness can make a big difference. Pulls you into the present, away from the worry spiral. Small investment, big return on peace of mind.
What if the nerves are really physical, like tense shoulders, clenched jaw?
Progressive muscle relaxation is excellent for that. You systematically tense, then release each major muscle group, head to toe.
So you notice where you hold tension and learn to let it go.
Precisely. The physical release often leads to mental relaxation, or guided imagery, picturing yourself in a safe, calming place like a beach or a forest.
Mentally transporting yourself somewhere peaceful.
Yeah, it lowers that physiological arousal, helps you arrive feeling more centered.
And finally, the idea of a pre-date ritual. How does that help?
It's surprisingly powerful psychologically. Having a small, familiar routine before stepping into the unknown provides comfort, predictability, a sense of control.
Like what kind of things?
Could be brewing a specific herbal tea, doing a quick skincare thing, listening to that one power song, texting a supportive friend for a quick pep talk.
So it signals to your brain, okay, we're getting ready, we've got this.
Exactly. Creates a sense of familiarity and safety before you enter the unknown. You carry that inner calm with you, like secret armor.
Okay, system calmed, mindset prepped. Now the conversation itself. Goal. Be authentic, engaging. Not perfect.
Not perfect.
Crucially. So preparation. Instead of memorizing lines, which we know backfires.
Right. Sounds robotic.
Just jot down maybe 3 or 4 topics you're genuinely curious about.
Exactly. Not scripts, just starting points.
Yeah.
Open doors. Maybe memorable travel. A book that changed their perspective. What they love about their weekends.
Things you actually want to talk about.
Yes. And open-ended questions. They invite real dialogue, keep things flowing naturally without feeling rehearsed. Shifts the focus from what to say to what to discover.
And then active listening. You called it a secret weapon. Why is it so powerful?
Because fundamentally, people feel good when they feel heard, truly heard, not just waited on while you plan your next sentence.
So it's more than just not interrupting.
Much more. It's nodding, comfortable eye contact, maybe paraphrasing what they said to check your understanding. So if I heard right, that trip was a real turning point for you.
Shows you're actually processing it.
Exactly. And asking thoughtful follow-up questions that build on what they shared. It reduces pressure on you, builds instant rapport, shows empathy, infinitely more attractive than any rehearsed line.
And humor. Do you need to be hilarious?
Absolutely not. No stand-up skills required. It's about authenticity, not polish.
So like a light observation.
Yeah.
Or a self-aware comment.
Perfect. Wow, this menu's intense. Or confession, I always overthink the first order.
Yeah.
It diffuses tension, shows you're relatable, human.
Those little shared moments of realness.
They're far more charming and connection building than any forced joke. Invites a real laugh, a real connection.
But what if, despite everything, the nerves are still obvious? Voice shaky, hands trembling.
Then sometimes the most powerful thing is to just admit it. If it feels right, authentic.
Just say it, like, hey, I'm kind of nervous.
Maybe phrase it like, okay, I was a little nervous to meet you, but I'm really excited to be here. It often gets a warm smile, makes you instantly human.
It's vulnerability, right?
Courageous vulnerability. And many people find that endearing, not off-putting. It eases tension for both of you, melts that initial barrier, shows you're comfortable being imperfect. Magnetic quality.
Oh, okay, so we're actually on the date now. Conversation's happening. How do we navigate the experience itself smoothly?
Practical tip. Choose a familiar location. Sounds small, but it's smart.
Quite familiar.
Produces cognitive load. A cafe, a restaurant you like. You're not figuring out parking, menus, vibes, and trying to be charming all at once.
Frees up mental energy to focus on the person.
Exactly. Minimizes avoidable stress. Sets the stage for success.
Now, what about what you wear? Does it really matter that much?
It matters for your internal state. The consistent advice is Wear something that feels like you.
Not necessarily fancy, just authentic.
Yes. Prioritize comfort and self-expression over trying too hard with something that isn't you. Smart casual, something you genuinely feel good in.
Because comfort equals confidence.
Directly. If you're fidgeting with uncomfortable clothes, you're focused inward on your discomfort. When you feel good in your outfit, aligned with yourself, you project that ease. It's a powerful nonverbal cue.
Even with all this, symptoms might still pop up mid-date, right? Heart races, hands shake.
Yep. The trick isn't to fight them, but manage them subtly.
Ah.
Heart racing. Take a calm sip of water, sneak in a deep 4-7-8 breath. Discreet. Hands shaky. Rest them on the table or in your lap. Don't fiddle nervously.
Small adjustments to manage internally without broadcasting panic.
Exactly. Lets you stay present and connected, not lost in your sensations.
What about how long the date should be? Is there an ideal time?
Experts often suggest a sweet spot. 1 to 2 hours.
Why that time frame?
Long enough for real conversation, to see if there's a spark, but short enough to keep energy high, avoid fatigue.
Avoid that point where you're both just tired.
Right. Ending on a positive note, when conversation's still flowing, increases the chance of a second date, leaves intrigue, not exhaustion.
And judging how it went, instead of overanalyzing every word, what should we look for?
Look for the vibe, genuine laughter, the kind that reaches the eyes, consistent, comfortable eye contact, natural conversation flow, no one pulling teeth.
The energy between you.
Yes. Those nonverbal cues, the overall feeling, they're much stronger indicators of connection than a perfect sentence structure. Trust those small cues, that gut feeling. They matter more.
Okay, but sometimes things don't go smoothly. Awkward silences. They happen. How do you handle those gracefully?
They happen to everyone. It's normal. Don't panic. Take a sip of your drink. Offer a gentle smile. Breathe. Then ask a follow-up question, or introduce a new topic, or even lightly acknowledge it with humor. Whoops. Brain reboot needed.
Shows confidence, prevents it from getting truly awkward.
Exactly. Signals you're comfortable with a little quiet.
And the big one, rejection. Not every date leads to a second. How do we handle that without spiraling?
First, internalize this. It's okay. It's normal. It's part of dating. Reframe it. Rejection is redirection.
Not a judgment on my worth.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
It's about compatibility, which is a complex two-way street. Sometimes the fit just isn't there. Your value is unchanged.
What helps process it?
Plan something enjoyable for yourself afterward, regardless of the outcome. Meet a friend, watch a comfort movie, take a bath. Self-care. Prevents dwelling, reinforces self-worth. Reminds you are okay.
This all points to a bigger mindset for dating overall, doesn't it?
Yes. Each date is practice, not a performance. Think of it as an ongoing experiment in connection.
A learning process.
Exactly. The more you practice showing up authentically, the more natural it becomes. The nerves lessen over time. They become a hum, not a roar. You learn what works for you, what connection you actually want.
But what if the anxiety is just overwhelming, consistently, keeps you from dating at all?
That's a really important distinction. If it feels overwhelming, persistent, long after the initial jitters should fade, it might be more than typical nerves, maybe social anxiety or something else.
So what then?
Experts recommend looking into things like CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. It helps identify and challenge those negative thought patterns. Journaling helps too, or working with a therapist for personalized coping tools.
So persistent nerves don't mean you're broken.
Not at all. They mean you might need more tailored support. Seeking that help is a sign of strength, of self-awareness.
Okay, let's quickly recap some key questions people always ask about this. Cement these insights. First, is it normal to be really nervous on a first date?
Yes, totally. Completely normal. Almost everyone feels it. It's often a sign you care, that the date matters. It's engagement, not weakness.
How do I stop feeling awkward or freezing up during the date?
Preparation plus mindset. A few open-ended questions. Focus on active listening. Goal. Connect. Don't impress. And use grounding techniques like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 before doing to stay present.
What actually causes the nerves?
Usually that mix. Fear of judgment, pressure to perform, uncertainty about the outcome and the person. It's a natural response to social stakes.
How do I stop overthinking and just stay present?
Mindfulness. Deep breathing, 4, 7, 8. Grounding, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull yourself into the moment. And crucially, shift focus from outcome to curiosity about the other person.
Should I admit I'm nervous?
If it feels right, yes. Many find it endearing, relatable. It can break the ice, ease tension for both of you. It's authentic vulnerability.
Do mindfulness exercises really work for this?
Yes, they
Yeah.
genuinely do. Even short practices lower anxiety, help you feel centered, trains your brain for presence.
How long should a first date ideally last?
Aim for 60 to 120 minutes. Long enough for real talk, short enough to keep energy high and leave them wanting more if there's a spark.
And if the nerves just don't go away, even after several dates?
If it's persistent and overwhelming, consider more support. Journaling, CBT techniques, talking with a therapist for structured approaches. It's okay to need more tools. So, wrapping this up, first date nerves. They don't mean you're doing it wrong. They don't mean you're flawed.
They mean you care.
Exactly. They're a powerful sign you're invested, you're open to connection.
Wow.
And as we've seen, by shifting from performance to connection.
From trying to impress to trying to understand.
Right. By practicing mindfulness, grounding yourself, embracing authenticity over perfection, you absolutely can turn that anxious energy into something positive, even magnetic.
Remember that bit about nervousness being endearing?
Yes, a touch of acknowledged nervousness can be incredibly humanizing. And every single date, good or meh, is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to connect first with yourself, then potentially with someone else.
So the next time your heart does that pre-date drum solo, that wave of jitters hits, just pause. Remind yourself, okay, I'm human. I'm prepared now. I have tools. And I'm ready to just enjoy the experience, whatever happens. And maybe, just maybe, what if those nerves, the thing you feared, what if they're actually your most relatable superpower on a first date?
Ooh, like that.
That subtle, honest signal saying, hey, this moment, this potential connection, it matters to me. Inviting them into that real shared space.
Beautifully put.
If this deep dive gave you value, sparked something, offered some clarity, please share it with someone you care about. Hit subscribe, leave us a review. Your support honestly helps us keep unpacking these fascinating, sometimes tricky topics.